In Haiti, the brothers and sisters are turning it up out there in Haiti because they are upset that fuel prices are being raised on them, even though most of them are making about $2 per day. The fuel prices will be insane for them to pay. A lot of them are still suffering even to this day with the earthquake. Many people came in and harmed the children, harmed the people, took advantage of the earthquake situation. But I want you to see the news clip of what's going on in Haiti.
The outrage was immediate, and Haiti's government got the message. It canceled its plan to increase the price of fuel after anger poured into the streets. Roads were blocked in major cities. Businesses were looted. Demonstrators burned cars and set fire to at least 2 police stations.
This is a message to our president. Look how the cars are burning. Prices in local markets are going up. The situation is bad. The president must listen to us.
The plan called for a sharp increase of up to 50% for fuel prices. A liter of diesel would rise to about $4, roughly $5 for regular gas. With 80% of workers earning less than $2 a day, protesters call the move unrealistic and insulting.
Kids who grow up in poor families can't go to school. The price of gas and other goods are already high. People want to eat, but the price of rice, cooking oil, it's all going up.
Haiti's Prime Minister Jacques Lafontaine announced the plan would be suspended until further notice. The unrest led some major airlines like American, Delta, and JetBlue to temporarily cancel their flights to Port-au-Prince on Saturday. President Jovenel Moïse took office last year, promising to improve the economy. The price increase was part of that plan. The government says fuel subsidies cost too much and are hurting the country's economic growth. In exchange for stopping the subsidies, Haiti was to receive aid from the International Monetary Fund. The Caribbean nation is dealing with extreme poverty. On top of that, it's struggling to recover from a devastating earthquake that destroyed much of the country 8 years ago. About 40,000 people live in makeshift camps. Some called for an uprising after the gas hikes were announced. Even though the plan has been suspended, there is still anger, along with fear that the cost of living is going up, while wages stay the same.
You see, the people in Haiti, a lot of them are just not pleased with their government. And their government, if you look at the way the president looks and the people around him versus the people, understand something. A lot of them take money from the colonizer so they can have their hands inside of Haiti. Haiti still has a lot of resources that a colonizer wants. Understand that. Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, they have properties down there. Many of them have a lot of beautiful things in Haiti, but they won't show you that. They'll just make sure to show you that where the poor people are living after the particular earthquake. Look at all the billions of dollars the Clinton Foundation took in for Haiti, and then they didn't give them nothing. Nothing. Look at all the money the Red Cross took in for Haiti. They didn't give them nothing. They robbed the people of Haiti. All of you who've donated to the Red Cross and the Clinton Foundation, the billions of dollars that you guys donated, those people didn't get anything because all the money that you gave for that earthquake was to rebuild all their homes that they lost during the earthquake. This is why I told you, you cannot trust this colonizer to save your life. You can't. And you can't trust these shucking and jiving coons either, whether they here in America, Haiti, or whatever else. We have to have some real black people who love their community, love their country, okay, and going to do right by them. That's the people that you want to help out. That's the people that you want to further the cause. Because this president and the way he's looking and talking about he needed help from the IMF, that is the worst thing ever, to get help from the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, all built in and controlled by you know who, the Zionists. Let's call that what it is. The reason why Haiti is like the way it is, the white supremacists never forgot 1804. And Tariq Nasheed made a documentary on that. If you guys haven't seen it, it's pretty good. Check it out, about the revolution in Haiti and how they kicked the white supremacists' butt out of there. And they never forgot that. They don't like taking losses at all. So they try to punish them and make those people live in horrible poverty. That's only happening because of what you could call the West. And what we call the West is a completely global white supremacist system. It's not just America. It's made up of all these NATO countries, all of them that's together. They all in that one system. So anytime that Trump is going in and causing friction and getting people upset and breaking things up, that's a better action for the global diaspora, what Trump is doing. So that's why when Trump is breaking up things that they're not liking it, you have to support that because it benefits us at the end of the day. But this is the thing with Haiti. When you put a people in a position where they feel they have nothing to lose, they don't even fear death itself. They say, what's the point of living anymore? Because look at the way we're being treated. It causes what you saw in this video. Black people have been in that position many times here in America. It wasn't just that many years ago. We were seeing the exact same reaction right here in this country. And if you keep treating people, oppressing them, putting your foot on their neck, eventually they're going to like, well, forget it. I don't have nothing to live for now. I don't care. And that's where you see reactions that happen that way. All of a sudden you're going to suspend the fuel prices. That's quite strange. They suspend it now. So you want to punish the poor people in this country because you're trying to bring up economics. Why don't you try to bring businesses there? Why don't you try to create businesses so the people, why don't you encourage tourism? Why don't you encourage help from the African-American brothers and sisters to come in and work with you? See, everybody, you notice all these puppets, they're not pushing for African-Americans to come in and bring the talent that's here in America over to their countries because, they're puppets. That's why. They know that the colonizer don't want us in these other countries like that. So that's why they don't even reach out and put invitations. So many different people you can bring into your country to help you. You got people like Dr. Claude Anderson. Why don't you reach out to him? You can reach out to Boyce Watkins to ask for his help. I mean, just talk about finances at least, to have a discussion on what to do. Like, you guys never tap people in our community who have a financial mind. But you go look to the IMF. You go look to all these different people like the Rothschilds, and you go look to all of them. And that's why we can tell that you're a puppet. Oh, you're going to let China come in next? They're going to be next. China going to come in, and they're going to give you a little money, and then they're going to literally just take all the resources that you have, take the land. Like I say, these puppets in these countries are dangerous for the residents and dangerous for the continent of Africa. That's why every puppet got to go. That's why in that revolution, the first thing they did was went after the shucking and jiving coon. They got rid of them. That's the first thing they did in that revolution. Same thing with Nat Turner. They didn't show that in that movie, but he went after the shucking and jiving sellout too, first. But unfortunately, that somebody betrayed him in the end. But there's many people he went after on those plantations that did not want to participate in those rebellions. You can't have freedom when you have people that's trying to sabotage you. But leave me a comment there to think about Haiti, what's going on over there. The brothers and sisters are suffering a lot over there at the hands of this global white supremacist system. But when are they going to have a president that's going to rise up in Haiti that's going to actually fight for the people?